there, I'm Dr. LaQuita J, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You all right? If you do not know, I am a Naplex success strategist. I help pharmacists pass a Naplex in 6 months or less, by shifting their mindset, strategizing their plans, studying effectively for the Naplex exam. And today, I want to spend some time talking about killer, that silent killer that is blocking you from your Naplex success. And you may say, what may that be? That would be doubt. For many people who are studying for Naplex, this journey to become a registered pharmacist and it's it is a journey. It's a cumulative journey, and you have to do it right in order to become a registered pharmacist. However, for those who face multiple failed attempts, those who are afraid to take the exam even for the first time, this exam is really can really be overwhelming. It can be overwhelmed with stress, self doubt, and just truly frustration. And the challenge is to no longer solely, it's not always solely about mastering content, clinical content. It's about overcoming the psychological barriers of doubt that clouds our judgment, that sabotage preparations. Again, you have even not even set for the exam. You've been out of school, you haven't set for the exam in about a year because of not this the doubt is holding you back. You're sabotaging your preparation. You're undermining your test performance. You understand, and I believe is if you understand the nature of doubt and how detrimental impact that it has on your exam success, this is going to be it can help you free you. So today I was going to talk about this a little bit more. Doubt. Doubt is than more damaging than a knowledge gap. When it's something I tell my clients all the time. I can help you pass, but you still have to do the day-to-day mental work because I know I'm good. I know the process is good. And if you do not know, we actually have a case study on the case of review on Thursday, February 20th, in which we're going to walk through how we were able to help a fourth attempt Naplex test taker pass the exam. She came to us on her third try, and how was her last time taking the exam. So it's the doubt, though. One of the biggest things we covered was doubt. And it's natural. It's very natural to feel some level of nervousness before a high stake exam like the Naplex. It's very natural to have doubt when you have something, important thing to do. I still get doubt just honestly recording videos. It's like, hey, the self sabotage comes in. Remember to slow down, LaQuita. You talk fast. You have this country drawl. It's like how the things would be seen, how it would show up, what people would think. And it's like, sometimes I have to release those things. And those are situations where there is persistent self-doubt, which just can be far more damaging. That was like small things I go over, but it's not persistent. And persistent self-doubt, that is far more damaging than a simple knowledge gap. Many people who repeat the Naplex exam know significantly more than they realize. However, their belief in their competence is eroded by previous failures. Now, this doubt distorts their perception of their abilities, lead them to underestimate their knowledge. This is what happens with me. This will happen with my clients, where they forget that. And that doubt just constantly creeps into every aspect of the study process. When they read a chapter, Or let's say when you read a chapter, but the end of the section, you feel like you haven't retained anything. It's often a true reflection of, it's not a true reflection of your understanding. It's rather the self doubt that's clouding your assessment of the session. And if that's you, just type in the comments, it's me. It's another example would be when you're answering questions. You're doing your practice questions. Doubt leads you to second guess every correct answer and to change them, leading to unnecessary mistakes. It's even proven in research in educational psychology that supports the notion that suggesting that the test anxiety and low self-efficacy can significantly reduce your test performance, regardless of your knowledge level. So the question I ask you is, do you think it's a knowledge gap or a doubt gap? Just put in the comments doubt gap if I'm speaking to you, because we wanna stay on this. Now, typically how doubt disrupts your study sessions and your performance is it has a sneaky way of doing it. It's again blocking your retention, you're reducing your efficacy. When you study under a weight of doubt, your cognitive resources are divided. Instead of forcibly entirely on absorbing and comprehending material, your mind is simultaneously battling the intrusive thoughts, such as, what if I fail again? If I never get this right again, I don't know what I'm doing. This mental noise is what diminishing your ability to encode the information into your long-term memory. Moreover, this doubt leads to, just again, those poor test decisions. You lack the confidence. So because you change your answer so many times, when you more than likely had the initial response was correct, but you second guess yourself. There was a study in the Journal of Educational Psychology that confirmed that students frequently switch from right to wrong answers due to anxiety and doubt. This pattern is just as common among Naplex takers who have been conditioned to mistrust their instincts. And the doubt is linked to procrastination and your poor performance. Doubt is not just merely a internal emotional state. It also drives your behavior, particularly in the form of procrastination. For instance, like I said, I do my doubt, right? I had the doubt of I had the doubt of should I, just being honest, I had the doubt of should I even do this case study? And I said to myself, yes, you should. But it's like the doubt was, it's just off one person though. Is it good enough? And I had to say to myself, I had that thought, like, is it good enough? And I played with it and I played with it. And honestly, this case study was when came out a couple of months ago. But I sat back and said, I don't know. One, because I always want to protect my client's privacy. But it was also a thing of, you know, it's one person. And what the people would, like, it's just one person though. But I said, how many stories do you hear of someone failing on taking the exam 3 times, passing on a fourth try, and having a Naplex coach to help them pass, and who has a proven framework, who has a book that goes with the framework to help them. that does the coaching calls, meets with them every week. Like, people haven't seen that. So I was procrastinating to do that, to really teach that, to really show you. And it says, at the end of the day, sometimes, LaQuita, you got to remember why you started. People sometimes say I'm crazy because I always go for, like, I say sometimes, like, the people who fail. It's not that I always want people who fail the exam. It's just a simple fact of I leave the 99 and go get the one. Because that one person can do a whole lot of impact sometimes in the 99. That one person can change a whole lot. But I digress because I'm off topic. Let me link this doubt and procrastination for y'all. And it's simply the thing of, because I do have my notes that I want to make sure I stay on topic. But this doubt, you procrastinate, you never get started. For me, I never got started. And it's constantly it's the avoidance cycle. It's just a vicious avoidance cycle where you don't prepare as much, leads to poor performance, which amplifies your doubt every time. Even some psychologists have recognized the connection between self doubt and even academic procrastination. There was a study in 2007 that found that individuals with low self, I think it was with Dr. Steele. Don't quote me on the direct one. I think I need to. Um, don't quote me on a direct article. Look at me, I can't. But it's a Nature procrastination article. It was a meta analysis, and in that article, he mentioned that low self efficacy are more likely to delay tasks, especially through perceived as difficult. For people who are retaking their Naplex, this often manifests and keep pushing back your study schedule. Are the ones who haven't even took the exam the first time. You keep pushing back the test date. You keep postponing the exam altogether because you're hoping to feel ready someday that rarely arrives without intervention. You're hoping for a feeling versus the activity of doing it. That is truly, truly, again, this doubt is not necessarily a knowledge gap. There is a distinct, critical distinction between self doubt and genuine knowledge gap. Self doubt creates the illusion of being unprepared. Even when you have processed the necessary knowledge. Conversely, a knowledge gap, it indicates there are specific content areas that require additional study. Many pharmacists fail to differentiate between the two, leading to again that spiral unproductive study habits. And this is honestly where a coach comes in, a Naplex coach. Because a Naplex coach, i.e., Dr. LaQuita J, will help you identify that struggle and understand where that struggle stems from. Is it true lack of understanding or lack of confidence? And giving you tools to reverse those things, as well as check in and hold you accountable to changing it. That's what's very important. For the sake of her privacy, the client who the case is focused on, we're going to use her initials RS. She has one particularly inspiring story. The story that involves like how she approached the exam after failing 3 times. Because the truth of the matter was, her struggle was not a lack of knowledge, but overwhelming self doubt. She doubted a lot of times the answer she selected and constantly second guessed her study progress. And her approach to the fourth attempt was a sense of defeat. But together, we implemented a structured study plan for her, rooted in proven study techniques, consistent in her progress tracking, improving her performance on how she thinks critically and clinically at a very high level. She began to believe in her capabilities again. She started witnessing the small wins, gradually eroded the doubt. This was small wins. And by test day, she approached the exam with just new, profound confidence and passed. I don't even say by test day. I will remember receiving a text message saying, Dr. LaQuita, I want to thank you. I have not felt this confident in this exam ever before entering this program. It is very crucial that your mindset shifts. It has to shift. Confidence comes from preparation, not just effort. A critical mindset shift for anyone who is preparing for the Naplex is understanding that confidence is not a prerequisite for success. It is the result of consistent, effective preparation. Many people mistakenly believe that they must feel ready before they can perform ready. Well, before they can perform well. That's not true. The reality is readiness is built through um, disciplined actions and small achievements along the way. That confidence grows through those daily study goals, knowing what you have to study. Again, this here, this was designed for my clients. They get this here, and they have to do the daily tasks all the time. It's the daily tasks that must be done all the time. The weekly progress assessments replace those subjective feelings of readiness with objective metrics. When they see their scores improving, they begin to trust the preparation. Additionally, having someone to hold you accountable and give you encouragement along the way. Someone who is monitoring your progress, who's cheering you on, reducing those mental burdens of self doubt. Someone who gets on a Zoom call and say, you're going to study and I'm going to work and we're going to study together. Those are combinations of truly how you pass the exam. As a Naplex success coach, I help pharmacists shift. I help pharmacists shift their mindset. I help you shift from self-doubt to self-assurance by introducing structure, data-driven study strategies. Instead of aimlessly reviewing materials, my clients engage in targeted study sessions with performance tracking, weekly progress assessments, weekly co-working sessions, weekly coaching sessions, weekday motivation, all all helping you think critically, clinically, while building that self-reassurance and making that small voice of doubt just go smaller and smaller. Doubt is truly a silent exam killer that entraps people who have retaken the exam, who's have you become in a stagnant place. It erodes your confidence, diminishing your performance because of it. But if you truly recognize the destructive role of doubt and the first step towards overcoming it, it can be by far one of the game changes for you. If you have not registered, I'm going to invite you to register for the case study. From 4th attempt to register pharmacist 6 months case study that will take place on February 20th at 11 a.m. East Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you. I do. So, I will say this to you. Join. It's free. It's free. Okay? Join. And how you join at LaQuitaJohnson.com/case study. It's also in the comments. But until next time, remember that pharmacy is on limit if you are. Now go be great, and I will talk to you guys later.